Hola, buenas noches.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
¿Me oye? Buenas noches. Buenas noches a todos. Bueno, ya hace tiempo que quería decirte, lo que pasa que, bueno, es una tontería, pero bueno. Eh, no sé qué me pasa, llevo un tiempo que cuando estoy en tus reuniones o veo tus vídeos, eh, no puedo parar de llorar. Si estemos en silencio, estés hablando, es... Antes era alguna cosa que, pero es constante. Llevo unos meses así que, que a lágrima viva y no sé, era decírtelo. No sé si tiene que ver con la petición mental que te hago siempre, como hacías tú con Baba, que raspes todo y que no lo sé, no lo sé. Pero quería que lo supieras, porque no sé, aunque sea un vídeo de YouTube, es que como una madre, o sea, no sé, es...
Sí, se llama devoción, porque no es dolor. ¿Mm?
No hay dolor porque como hago lo que siempre dices, que ser testigo de lo que ocurre, de las lágrimas y todo esto, pues no,
Lo que quiero decir es que no es un llanto triste. ¿Me sigues?
mm, no, lo paso mal,
¿Mm?
es todo lo contrario, lo paso mal. Esto es como si saliera, es más, yo creo que tiene que más que ver con la caja de Pandora o lo que sea,
Pero
no
es
sé.
exactamente, es debido a la devoción. ¿Mm?
Pues es que hasta me vienes en sueños, estoy muy conectada, o bueno, como se diga, es que es algo muy importante en mi vida, quiero que lo sepas.
Eso está muy bien. Pero lo que te quiero decir es el resultado de la devoción.
No sé, estoy siempre igual último.
Pero escuche, te lo estoy diciendo, ¿verdad?
Sí,
Solamente escuche. Yo pasé por ahí también.
este,
Pero quieres hacer algo al respecto, ese es el problema.
no, no puedo hacer nada, solo puedo observarlo. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Hay algo que siempre acabo pensando, bueno, estará saliendo todo lo que tenga que salir y
Es
se
lo que
estará
te quiero
quemando
decir,
todo.
es lo que te quiero decir, estás pensando al respecto
Sí,
y quieres que no, y quieres que se detenga porque dices no sé qué hacer. Si dices no sé qué hacer es porque quisieras hacer algo para que se detenga. Y no puedes hacer nada.
No.
Ni debes hacer nada. En esos momentos simplemente tienes que aferrarte.
¿Qué?
Tienes que
¿Qué?
aferrarte a lo que simbólicamente represente tu gurú o tu Dios personal. Devoción, entrega, que se encargue Él.
Pero
Porque
te lo debo comentar siempre.
la
Siempre.
mente no puede hacer nada acerca de la mente. No sé si estabas en la reunión de la mañana, en la primera sesión.
No, no, no estuve en esa hoy.
Entonces,
Ya si la subes la veo.
uno no puede ser fanático espiritual. Hoy hablamos del estrés espiritual, ¿m? De ese deseo por la liberación. Entonces aparece alguien en el que yo creo y dice, aquí está, este es el que me va a liberar. ¿M? Aquí se acaba todo. Yo sé que aquí, gracias a esta persona, se acaba todo. ¿M?
Eso es lo que, cuando hablas de lo de Ratalán, es lo que me pasa. Me pasa algo parecido.
Sí,
Sí,
pero eres extremadamente emocional. ¿M? Entonces traes la emoción a la devoción y devoción no es emoción. Y la devoción erradica la emoción, porque todo el mundo quiere experimentar lo que ya son. Ese es el problema, esa es la trampa. Sientes amor por Dios, pero es el Dios mismo al que amas. Eso es lo que tienes que entender, que jamás ni nunca va a ser el objeto de la experiencia. ¿M? Porque es el testigo de toda experiencia y del aparente experimentador. ¿M? Como la mente del buscador solamente funciona de manera dual, en una relación sujeto-objeto, de una forma dual. ¿M? Entonces, el buscador cree que la realidad, el ser, el absoluto, se va a convertir en el objeto de la experiencia. ¿M? Experimentarlo es serlo. ¿M? Entonces, simplemente deja que este conocimiento entre. ¿sí? No lo toques con la mente ni con el intelecto. A lo que lo tocas con la mente, con el intelecto, a lo que empiezas a pensar en ello, analizarlo, racionalizarlo, ya estás jugando mentalmente con ello y automáticamente sale. ¿Mm? Entonces el conocimiento que entró se perdió. Sí, es un poder, sí, es extraordinario si se quiere, pero no es el objeto de la experiencia. Ramana Maharshi lo dijo muy claro. La experiencia de ser, del ser, no es objetiva. ¿Mm? Es darse cuenta que uno es eso. ¿Mm? Que cuando se revela a sí mismo, por sí mismo, para sí mismo, como el sí mismo, como lo que uno es, como uno mismo. ¿Mm?
Luego hay otra cosa que es fenoménica y pero solo es para comentártela, pero no me interesa saber ni significados ni nada. Pero es que esto como me hace, como si hiciera así todo el tiempo y te hace cosas raras ahí. Ya llevo mucho así, pero
Y no
bueno, no
te
sé.
gusta, y no te gusta y quieres que se detenga. Ujú.
No, porque si no me molesta, está ahí solo. Yo
Sí,
lo veo, pero
y
no
para
me
qué
hace nada.
y para qué el comentario estás pensando en ello. ¿Mm? Lo estás convirtiendo en el objeto de la experiencia. Yo soy el sujeto y esta es la experiencia. ¿Mm? Todos esos son juegos mentales y puede que sucedan también como parte del proceso, si se quiere. No me gusta mucho esa palabra proceso, pero que si la energía, que si la cabeza, que si sube, que si baja, que si la kundalini, que si las visiones, que si esto, que si otro. Eso es completamente ilusorio, ¿no? ¿Sí? No vale la pena poner la más mínima atención, pero tú lo haces y quieres considerarlo una especie de experiencia espiritual y no es. La única experiencia que se puede considerar espiritual es la experiencia directa, el conocimiento directo del espíritu, considerando la palabra espíritu como sinónimo del ser, que eres tú misma. ¿Mm? Ser el espíritu que trasciende el cuerpo. Y eso no es un fenómeno. Es aquello que es consciente de todo fenómeno. El hecho de que hagas el comentario quiere decir ¿m? Que lo tienes en la mente, que estás pensando en ello. ¿Me sigues?
Sí.
A veces hay buscadores que en algún momento llevaron a cabo prácticas de Kundalini Yoga o ejercicios de pranayama o algún tipo de meditación en particular. Y eso produce un resultado y aparece con el tiempo. ¿Me sigues? ¿Aló?
De eso no hice nada, pero temas de Reiki hace muchos años, sí.
Por eso, todo eso, lo que te estoy diciendo, todo eso son que si manejos de energía y todo eso produce un efecto mañana o pasado. Pero como es ilusorio, al ser ilusorio es temporal. Aparece y desaparece. Pero si lo ves con una mente dual, o si lo ves con la mente, ¿m? Está el objeto de la experiencia, cualquiera que sea, y estoy yo, el sujeto de la experiencia. Porque todavía yo, en este caso, quiere decir María, quiere decir el cuerpo. Como todavía consideras ser un individuo, ¿m? Entonces aférrate al hecho de que hay algo allí que se encarga de todo. ¿M? Y déjale eso en las manos de eso. Deja eso en las manos de eso. ¿M? Hasta que te des cuenta de que eres eso.
Mm.
Aló. Ajá, me oyes, ¿no? No me oigo yo.
Ya que... Ya, ¿qué es esto?
Hay un hacker por ahí.
Sí.
¿Aló?
Ujú.
Ya, ok. Bueno, tú dirás que estoy preguntando mucho por el tiempo que nos conocemos, pero bueno. A ver, lo traté de escribir, te la voy a poner por escrito, pero no pude, ¿no? Si uno indaga, la indagación es sobre la mente, quiere decir que cualquier pensamiento no es. El pensamiento es de donde surgen los pensamientos.
¿Perdón? ¿El pensamiento es?
No, que cualquier pensamiento no es, no es pensamiento, pues, ¿no?
Eso es lo que es la mente, pensamiento, condicional o incondicional. ¿Sí? Identificado o no identificado. ¿Sí? No es un ente.
Ok, el problema es la identificación, no la mente. El problema es la
Bien.
identificación.
Es exactamente. Identificación es pensamiento. Es un pensamiento. Es la creencia de que nuestra realidad sin nombre y sin forma está limitada a un nombre y a una forma en particular. Una idea limitante. Entonces se llama sentido de individualidad. Es decir, siento que soy un individuo. Esto es un individuo, ¿verdad?
Ujú.
Yo soy un individuo, a lo que parece el primer individuo, entonces aparece 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 y la multiplicidad de individuos que como tal no existen. Son todos mentales. Si el sentido de individualidad desaparece, entonces la manifestación es una, no múltiple. ¿Me sigues?
Bueno, tan te sigo que se fue la pregunta, ya se me fueron las dudas, ¿no?
Exacto, entonces la manifestación ya es no es múltiple. Es una sola e inseparable de aquello que es consciente de la misma. Entonces, en esa condición, no lo puedes llamar manifestación, no lo puedes llamar nada, porque eres tú mismo. No hay nada separado de ti mismo. La idea de que hay algo separado de mí mismo es cuando el sí mismo se identifica con el cuerpo. Y percibe el mundo como si fuera separado de sí. Aún así permanece intacto. En esencia, permanece intacto. Es una especie de ilusión mental creada por el sí mismo para crear una vida ilusoria en una imaginaria relación sujeto-objeto, donde hay un individuo que se relaciona con múltiples individuos que son separados de sí.
Ok, si me ubico fuera de ahorita, porque ya ahorita está claro, ¿no? Ahorita hay claridad, y no sé si dejarlo hasta ahí, pero me ubico en el día a día. Empiezo a indagar, viene un pensamiento, viene otro, desencadena, indago, no lo logro porque sigue ahí chuchín, pichón. Entonces, lo hablamos el otro día, quizá el tema está en callar la mente, ¿sí? y a partir de ahí se puede indagar. O sea, como que el trabajo sería eso, calmar la mente, callar la mente y luego ya viene otra cosa. Algo así. Es así, ok.
Sí, lo que se llama el autoconocimiento, el conocimiento de sí mismo, autorrealización, ah, como lo quieran llamar. Es decir, conocerse uno mismo como conciencia absoluta. ¿Mm? Sucede solo.
Ok.
O sea, nadie puede hacer que suceda porque ya es. ¿Mm? La mente se queda quieta, la mente desaparece. ¿Mm? La mente se queda quieta, es decir, ya no tiene ningún objeto en el cual pensar. No hay fenómeno, experiencia en la que esté pensando, aun cuando esté sucediendo, porque sigue sucediendo todo, sucediendo. ¿Mm? La mente ya no
Correcto.
está asociada con un objeto, no está asociada con el objeto de la experiencia, pero aún está asociada con el objeto número uno, que es el cuerpo. ¿Mm? Entonces, la mente es identificación con el cuerpo, la mente se queda quieta, aparentemente hay un ente llamado mente que se queda quieto, ¿Mm? O el sujeto también desaparece. ¿Mm? Y ahí se revela solo porque ya está allí. ¿Mm? O sea, el ego es lo que cubre, ¿Mm?, nuestra realidad sin nombre y sin forma. ¿Mm? Queda al descubierto. ¿Mm? Y es completamente autoevidente, no necesita la confirmación de nadie.
Pues ya caerá.
Y la gente no entiende que a veces el sujeto no colapsa solo porque todavía tiene demasiado en qué pensar. ¿Mm? Se dice muy fácil, ¿no? Ramana decía, como me lo dijeron a mí, lleva la atención del objeto al sujeto, el objeto desaparece, el sujeto desaparece. ¿Sí? Lo visto desaparece, el que ve desaparece, queda el acto de ver como la experiencia de ser. ¿Mm? O el individuo que aparentemente el individuo es consciente, ¿sí? El que es consciente desaparece. ¿Mm? Y lo que queda es conciencia de ser, no consciente de algo, ¿Mm?, sino conciencia de ser, conciencia de ser conciencia. Eso no es un alguien, sino es un alguien que se hace consciente de ser conciencia.
Está claro.
Lo único que realmente es consciente es el ser que es conciencia, ¿sí? Ese término,
Correcto.
ser, conciencia, bienaventuranza. No son tres, son uno y la misma cosa. ¿Sí? Es siempre consciente. Lo que la gente llama inconsciente es la pérdida de conciencia de cuerpo. O sea, cuando la gente dice perdí la conciencia, ¿cómo sabes que perdiste la conciencia? La que es pérdida de conciencia de cuerpo. Si se pierde la identificación con el cuerpo, se sabe que uno es esa conciencia, ¿sí?, del cuerpo. Y en ese estado no hay conciencia de mente porque no hay. Porque el sentido de individualidad, la identificación con el cuerpo, está ausente, al menos temporalmente.
También una creencia en que uno va a lograr algo con esto.
La vida,
El hacedor de la conciencia.
la vida continúa y para muestra un botón, ¿verdad? Con arriba y abajo, esto y lo otro, el show debe continuar.
Mm.
El cuerpo va a seguir estando allí hasta que haga lo que tenga que hacer. Sí, vino aquí a hacer algo y eso va a suceder. Tiene que pasar por algo y va a tener que, inevitablemente. ¿Mm? Entonces, el cuerpo, lo que se sabe es que el cuerpo, la mente y la conciencia son una y la misma cosa. ¿Por qué? El aparente individuo surge, pero ya sin sentido de separación. Ramana decía que tanto el sabio como el ignorante se refieren a sí mismos como el cuerpo a la hora de comunicarse. ¿No? Porque ¿cómo vas a funcionar en el mundo? Pero el sabio sabe que no está limitado al cuerpo. Es muy difícil de decirlo, de explicarlo, ¿no? Es como que, es que ah, qué absurdo. Sí, cada vez que yo digo, ¿cómo explico esto? Como decía Ramana, ¿a quién le vas a explicar esto? ¿Sí? ¿Y cómo? Si solo el ser es, ¿sí?, ¿quién le va a explicar esto? ¿A quién? ¿Y cómo? Por eso la insistencia. Erradican los pensamientos, se cae el pensador, es decir, la idea que el cuerpo es el pensador, y tenga la experiencia directa. ¿Sí? Eso es lo que quiere decir la conciencia no dual, no dualidad. Esa idea también se va. En el estado natural, libre de pensamientos, de conceptos, no hay nada, ni dualidad, ni no dualidad, ni testigo, ni nada. Ahora aquí que dice mi amigo Irán G.
Irán. Okay.
Vámonos para la India. Let's go to India for a while. The microphone, can you hear me, Kiran? Microphone is open already.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes, very good.
very good. I still have my some influence still is there. Can't help it, can I? See, can't help it, can I?
Right.
What can I do for you, my friend?
Right. People says, go beyond the mind.
Sorry?
People say, go beyond the mind.
Go beyond the mind, yeah.
Can anybody go beyond the mind?
No.
No, then what does that mean?
Go beyond the mind is to become aware that you are that which is already beyond the mind. Because people believe they are the mind, they are told
Sorry, continue.
they are told to go beyond the mind.
Yeah.
All this is why it is so confusing, because apparently the one that is listening is an individual, right?
Yeah.
The individual is already duality, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
then you have to tell somebody to go somewhere.
Yeah.
If it is done, so to speak, then the somebody disappears on the way there. It never gets there.
Yeah.
It disappears there.
Yeah.
Even people get confused about the inquiry. People believe is to find out who you really are. That's ridiculous, because you already are who you really are. You already are what you are. You're already that.
Yeah.
So the word self in the inquiry is the mind, the ego, or the individual, right? What is it?
Yes.
Who is this I? And it automatically keeps quiet.
Yes.
And then it disappears.
Yeah.
Apparently, Caesar is doing the inquiry.
Ah.
And because of the inquiry, the idea of being Caesar disappears. The apparent inquirer disappears.
Yeah, right.
Since the mind is not independent from the self, right?
No.
Then the inquiry is due to the will of the self or consciousness, which is none other than what you are.
Yes. Yeah.
Like Ramana Maharshi said, because thought arises from somewhere, we believe or disbelieve that that place is either the brain, right, or the body, with no difference, or an entity called mind.
Yes.
So whatever it is, any kind of phenomenon, whether it's physical, mental, energetic, whatever it is, arises from the self. Even to say arises, at some point it becomes ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even to say that there is a wave that arises from the ocean, it makes no sense. No sense, because the wave is water, the ocean is water. Then what is arising from where? Right?
No, it's only the water.
Exactly. As it is ridiculous to say that the wave becomes aware of that it is the ocean, right? Or that the ocean is aware of the wave. It is only the ocean. See?
Yeah, right.
Who is aware of what? Who is witnessing what? Right? All these concepts, even the so-called spiritual concepts, right? Which are some point of reference, whatever, all that, it makes no sense anymore. So it's discarded completely. It's thrown away completely like excess weight.
Sure. Yes.
So what can the sage do when still there is a sense of duality in the thought process of an apparent person?
Yes.
He has to speak to him as if him is there.
Yes, yes.
And there is nobody that will experience consciousness. When the ego disappears, which is what is covering consciousness, the body identity, right? Body identity, mind, ego, individual, person, whatever. When that disappears, what remains is what? What is left is what? Right? The self. Is revealing itself by itself to itself as it is.
Yes. Yes.
As it is means all.
Yes.
Including phenomenon, physical,
yes, everything.
Everything. For example, there is a nice book. It's a repetitive book, see, because the book is kind of a representation of an actual dialogue. See, the sage can only repeat himself again and again and again and again and again. So if you read, for example, Ribu Gita, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Then, let's say, for instance, half of the book is denial of everything.
Yes.
It denies everything.
Yes.
I am not this, not this, not this. There is no God, there is no this, there is no this. There is only the self, I am the self. There is no blah, 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 blah. But at some point, and then he begins to say, I am everything.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Because it seems to me that that's the way, right? You deny, 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 neti, 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 neti. I am
Yeah.
not this. I am not this. I
Yeah.
am not this. I am not this. The one that says I am not this. I am not this, that, neither. So what is left? Then who am I? See, when you discard all what is not I, right? What is left is I as I am. Then you say, okay, now all what I say, what I said is not I, is not separate from me. So it's also
Yeah.
I.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Sankaracharya. The self alone is everything else is an illusion. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
And then it says, the illusion is the self, the world is the self.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything.
We are all, but see, there is we don't know oneself as nameless and formless. That's all. Right?
Yeah.
It's not that we are not. In reality, we are not limited to this. We are not only this, right?
Not only this, right?
Mind is a limiting idea. See,
Yeah.
the self itself superimposes a limitation upon itself, right?
Yeah.
And it manifests the mind. Because it's like a magic trick. See, if you see this from honest, if I can say, point of view, right? From seriously, right? Not playing with the concept and not playing with that. It's super interesting because it's like a magic trick. It's amazing. Because life can only happen as we know it, in an imaginary sense of duality, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it has to create or manifest, right? The illusion of the subject-object relationship, right?
Yes.
It has to create the illusion that is giving subjectivity to an object, to make they believe that the object, right, is conscious of another object, that this object is the subject, and you are the object. So the inquiry is about this I. As far as I remember, and as far as I was told, and it works, is either who is this I? Either you inquire about the nature, the reality of the mind, one's identity with it. Who is this I? Or from where this I emerge. See what the mind is, or you see from the mind arises and it disappears. It disappears, mean again, body identity disappears. I am the body, that's thought, that's the I thought. The I thought arises, right? And then you, he, she, it, and the rest of it.
Yes, Lord.
So first appears the first individual, I.
Yeah.
And then the other multiple individuals appear. There is not even one individual. You see, there is not even multiplicity because the illusion as such, Maya as such.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah?
Everything.
This is why, for example, the masters in India, they say, first you must realize the unity in the multiplicity. And then you realize the unity with the divinity means the unity, right? In the multiplicity.
Yeah, right.
And then you realize that this is united or one already, right? Or not separate from the unity, which is none other than one's own self. That's your question is who is going to go beyond? And nobody can go beyond.
Yeah.
That's a trick.
Yeah, right.
To make the mind to go back to its source,
Yes.
which is already the beyond, what is beyond, right?
You're right. Mm.
The mind can experience the mindless state. Makes no sense. The ego cannot
No.
experience the egoless state. The individual cannot experience the absence of the sense of individuality. The person cannot, it just disappears. First, temporarily,
Yeah.
then permanently.
Yes. Yes. Mm.
The will is the capacity to think. All that will one we may vary from person to person. Those a state of absorption or kind of a funny period of time, right?
Mm.
Where we can get lost in the so-called non-differentiated state or samadhi or whatever, and you may like to, I don't want to say anything, I don't want to do anything, right?
Mm.
The point, what for do you? And we may vary from person like Ramana. Ramana is to get paralyzed and that's it. That's him. It doesn't have to be any other case, right?
Yeah. Mm.
But then it's like you function as if you're an individual or only an individual, but knowing that you are not. I don't know. That's the best way to put it now. I can. Yeah. How can anybody explain this?
No.
I agree with Ramana. That's my experience.
Yeah.
If the self alone is, who is going to talk about this? To whom and how?
No. Mm.
This is why the insistence is have your direct experience,
Mm.
because it will not require the confirmation of no one.
No.
And much less, like some gurus nowadays say, the guru need to put a stamp on it so it can become like the self needs another self, see, to verify that the self. And the funny part is I can't help it.
No.
Because nobody else is there doing all these funny things.
Yeah.
It's the ego. But
Right.
the fact that you ask the question, who thinks I am the body? You are questioning that the body is the one that thinks I am the body. Right?
Mm.
It's like the thought that rises from the self, but the self always remains thoughtless.
Yes.
It is thought-free. It doesn't mean that you need to be free from thought to be that which is thought-free. It is thought-free means that it's free, whether they are thoughts or not. Free means
Right.
untouched by it, right? Unaffected by it.
Right. Mm.
Then you don't worry about the mind anymore. You don't worry about the quantity or the quality. Right?
Yeah. Mm.
Not physical activities, yours or someone else's. Okay, what to do? Is there anything in the universe, right, that is happening independently on its own? That's the whole point. There is no separate, independent, autonomous, individual phenomenon.
No.
From a headache to, I don't know, the highest universes in the whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
we need just like a split second, right? Of the absence of the sense of individuality to have a glimpse of one's reality.
Yes.
Because still we have somehow the tendency to think about something, to be interested in something, right? In something, in something in the sense that interested in something based on the idea that that something makes me happy, right?
Yeah.
Something as separate from you,
Yeah.
right?
Slight. Yeah.
And then we run after it. You go for it. It can be material and it can be spiritual.
Right.
No difference is in going to the Pope or going to Rishikesh. The difference may be that if you go to Rishikesh, in Rishikesh, you realize that there is no difference if you go to Rishikesh or to the Pope.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
I have to admit that, right? That there is something there that produces this effect. There's no question about it, right?
Yeah. Right.
So it's another attachment. Okay?
Yeah. Right.
I need to be there. See, I and that. I and that.
They're right.
So you can be addicted to materiality and you can be addicted to spirituality.
Yeah.
You can be addicted to subtle thoughts about this knowledge and blah, 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 blah.
You're right.
One thing is to know, to think about the knowledge that came from the book or that you heard from somebody, than the thought process that comes from your own direct experience, right? Kind of an insight that you begin to realize, I am that, all that is in me. And then you begin to see so many insights would be there, right? About the nature of the world, the energy, the blood, all that comes in the package, all that gets revealed. The thing is, you cannot explain to anybody because who the hell is going to understand you? See?
Yeah.
You can see it from outside, from within, all that. You can see all that, right? But it is not thought. See? It may be interpreted mentally. It's natural. It's natural. First, that's it. Bang. And then the thought comes, right? I am that. I am all. I am the non-dual self. And for how long can you go like that?
Yeah.
Right? For how long is you alone are? For how long can you tell to yourself that you alone are? So you get even tired of your own realization and your insights and your self-knowledge and the rest of it. So we get over it even, we get over it even, Jesus, my tongue, my mix of Spanish with English now. You get over realization itself, because there is none. And then we go from satsang to satsang, from guru to guru, from energy place to energy, we go from here to there, from ritual to the. Well, this is, there must be somebody there interested in all that.
Yeah.
I mean, don't take me wrong. It may have a place. It has a place, right?
Yes.
All that is just to keep oneself thinking about something that symbolically represents oneself. Oh.
Yes.
Thinking about something that remind me of me. Me, capital M. Right?
Yeah.
Does it make any sense? If you say yes or no,
Yes.
it doesn't matter because that's the way it is.
Yeah, it's very clear.
Now, these people, remember, I go to Tiruvannamalai, and how many sessions are today? 3. I hope they are in 3 different times so I can go to all of them and get more energy. My consciousness can expand. Oh, Jesus. Morning I go to this one, in the afternoon I go to that one, right? Even the all this is why it's so important. Even Ramana Maharshi said it's fundamental that you find somebody to whom you can to whom you can talk to and can clear all that mess. See, the real meaning of the concept. What is this?
Yeah.
What is this all about? Right?
Right.
What is satsang? The literal meaning is good company. Good company means company with the saints, sages, seers, whatever you like to call it. See,
Yes. Yes.
this egolessness, right? What metaphysically means to merge the sense of individuality in the reality. Means the individuality disappears in the reality. Then who is going to be there to say that I was in satsang, right? And today was a good satsang, right? The experiencer of satsang, this I, if there is satsang, this I is not there. Right?
No. Right.
If there is satsang, sang disappear, association with, or the associated one. What remains is sat.
Sat.
Sat alone remains. Right?
Yeah.
There is no sangha because there is no one in sangha.
Right.
Then we are in sangha, the sangha family, the sangha group, sangha. And then that's the problem. That's the problem. That all that. I would say that all the work of the sages, okay, especially I would say India, the one that I know, that develop a vocabulary which is so explicit, right?
Yeah.
Because there is a concept for every single thing so you don't get lost. How all that, okay, the East and the West, it just made a milkshake, right? All the meaning become completely distorted. See?
Yeah.
Therefore, misleading, confusing, more than leading and clarifying.
Yes.
I am practicing Advaita.
I'm practicing it.
Practice Advaita. How can you? I mean, hello. See, oof. That's why I don't want to talk to anybody. And if it is really interested, then let's do this. Otherwise,
No.
there's no point.
No.
Mm.
You're not saying so.
Meredith, you want to ask something?
I don't know.
That is the truth. I don't know. Even I don't know is too much. Even to know nothing is to know, that's already to know too much. That's a way of speech. Socrates, I know that I know nothing. But in one's natural state, we don't even know that we know nothing.
Because basically, however much we try to figure out things, even if you explain to us, but we'll never really be able to figure it out with our mind, I think.
Or anything in this world, you need the knowledge that you have, call it mind if you like, the intellect, because the intellect is to discriminate between yellow and green, right? But to discriminate between yellow and green and this pen and that pen, you should have already the preconceived idea that this is a pen or a crayon, right? Because this is a pen, it's not a crayon. Look, it is a pencil, sorry. This is a pencil and this is a crayon, right? And that this is orange and this is green and this is yellow. So you must have already the preconceived idea that this is a pencil, that this is a crayon, and that this is orange and all that stuff. So for the practicality of daily life, fantastic, by all means. And that goes on operating even when the ego disappears. For to know, to become aware of your nameless and formless reality, all that has to, it is of no use, right?
Yeah.
Because the intellect works only with knowledge, data, like a computer, right?
Right. Yeah.
You remove the data, and the intellect has no job.
No.
The intellect is an instrument of the ego. So the ego has no job, has nothing to do. And then because it's completely still, and then it collapses by its own weight. Or Ramana Maharshi said, see, when the mind is quiet, then it is placed in a position, it's close to the magnetic pull of the self. This is a way of speech. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And then the pull, right? Literally from within, from the heart, right? Right? And we are that pull in itself. We are that power that is pulling what this power itself, see, manifested, see? Because the only one that manifested the ego is the one that can destroy it.
Uh-huh. But then it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me.
What doesn't make any sense?
The one that created the ego is the one who's destroying, but the one who created the ego is also me. So why bother to create and then destroy? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, but that's the whole point. That's the whole point. Does it have to make sense? Does it have to have a meaning? Is there such things? One begins to question, right? Well, is there any sankalpa?
Yes.
One willing to create the other. If you read the serious text, when we judge the childish game is over, right? The childish spirituality is over. If you read, for example, Advaita Boha de Pika, the light of wisdom or whatever, it denies even that there is such thing as Ishvara that emanated from Brahman, okay, and created a world. All these are explanations, right, for mental frames, in particular mental frames that cannot understand the simple fact that there is nothing to understand. That is all a concept, that the self alone is. I was lucky, you see, all the books that I read, and I read it because Mr. Ratanlal asked me to read it. He said, you must read, you don't need any of that, right? But if you're going to speak, you must read. But you speak from your own experience, because the people will bring this book to you and ask you a question about that. Then you need, when you will understand that, but not because the book will explain you, because the book will reflect your own direct knowledge. Because if there is a creator, there is creation, right?
Yes.
And that doesn't exist, right? The creation never occurred, right? Because illusion existed eternally and inseparable from the self.
Right.
It has been just simply beginningless and endlessly transformed. See? The illusion has been taking infinite amount of shapes, and I will take infinite amount of shapes. There's no end for this game, and there's no beginning for this end. Isn't what Ramana Maharshi said? And apparently, because there is no record of chronologically when he said that, apparently it was at the end of his life. I don't know. He says, the truth is that there is no birth, there is no death, there is no reincarnation, right? There is no karma, there is no free will. Huh? There is no seeker seeking for anything. There is none. All of that is meaningless. It's a concept. The self alone is, full stop. That's the absolute truth. So all these books are like kindergarten, primary school, secondary school, the high school, then PhD, and then when you, that's it, and you go out of any school. That's all. What the sage can do, just go on. If you don't have to go on practicing, go on meditating, just go on praying, just go on. Even if you tell them to stop, they will get angry with you. How dare you, right?
Yeah.
You are contradicting the scriptures. How dare you? You are, I don't know, heretic, denying that there is no God. Jeez. That's why, see, I'm so happy that I went to Ramana Ashram and I found Mr. Ratanlal that
Yeah.
when I was with this man, the way he was speaking, it was basically like inside the format, the whole thing, and I said, oh, nice. This is why I cannot deny that such places are corridors, peaceful,
Yes.
human.
Mm.
The funny part is that it doesn't matter if Arunachala is there or any ashram is there. So one of the few people that I heard that dare to say, including Ramana Maharshi, he never says, I will be your guru, come to me and I will free you. No. He said,
Yeah.
you must find somebody, right? He never said that it's going to be me, right?
Mm.
You must look for somebody. If it was him, by destiny or whatever it is, fine. But he was never promoted himself as the liberator of anything, right? And the other, I don't mean any disrespect when I say this. I mean, no offense.
Yeah.
And the other person is Lakshmana Swami, right? He said, well, what are the people doing there? It's written in a book called No Mind, Only Self.
Yeah.
Why do people go there, right? Oh, yes, fine, all that is there, but so you need direct advice from somebody that knows what he or she is talking about.
Mm.
Oh, those who come near Arunachala 3 miles, they will die and never recover. Why so much ignorance around?
Yeah. Mm.
I was given a very simple instruction, very simple. Remove the tension from the seen and bring it to the seer.
Yes. Mm.
Seen will disappear. Seer disappear. I will remain in the experience of simply being. Seeing is being, but different from being and not being. Right?
Yeah.
Different from I am now, and in deep sleep I am not. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
The word being in this sense, or self,
Yeah.
it is as a verb, not as a noun. Being means existence, right?
Yes.
There is an existence that is conscious, ever conscious. There is an existence that is consciousness, right?
Yeah.
And its natural state, its reality is bliss. And some people now say that there is something beyond that, and then this is it's no.
Yeah.
That's a new thing that somebody now went beyond.
Right.
All the sages in the past and all that are completely wrong. I am right, and all this is nonsense, and this is it. That would really exist, meaning by that, but it's permanent, unchangeable, unaffected. See, because the illusion doesn't exist because appear and disappear. So that would really exist. What permanently exists is consciousness and is bliss. They are not three. They're one and the same.
Okay.
I know from, I understand you, Meredith. It makes no sense. And no, because when we see this, what, because the mind, see, the, what? What? Right? Even for something to make sense, you need duality. This makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mind, intellect, nothing. Intuition. That's why it's also called so. It is self-evident. See, self-effulgent. If it is self-evident, right? That means that nobody said yes. It's true. It is self-evident, right? Then means I don't. What confirmation do you need?
Yeah.
So when Mr. Radhanal asked me these questions, after a glimpse or whatever, it was not for him to confirm the experience, right? And for me to speak it out, see, by myself. Why are you so happy? So what do you mean by why? Why what? Right? So what were you doing? He said I was doing nothing. See, I was doing nothing.
Nothing.
I was just there, sitting with myself, being myself, I said. And then he couldn't help it and burst into laughter. And then he says, can you see that we are honest enough? In a split second, we can have a glimpse of one's reality. A glimpse, this is a glimpse. It's a temporary absence of the ego sense. In my case, see, the spiritual ego came. But I didn't have it before the glimpse, right? So I was not, see, the spiritual life, the monastic life, the ashram, planet, celibacy, and India, and all that stuff.
Mm.
And the very attachment to your own gurus. In my case, was like an Amalai Swami. But the message came indirectly, right? And kicking your butt, go.
Yeah. Mm.
You staying here is producing the opposite effect. Time here is over, right? Now, walk on your own 2 feet, right? And that's how. So also the time that we spend together, but it's a friendship comes by itself. You know what I'm saying? That's different, right? You don't lose your humanness, right? But one thing is that you develop a friendship that spontaneously arises, right?
Yes.
Or that you still need some advice and all that stuff. Otherwise, then it becomes a problem, an attachment, right? And when I see people attached to me, ale. Okay, time up.
Okay, Cesar.
Okay.
It's your time. Yeah.
See you. See you what? When I see you. See you
We're one day
tomorrow.
ahead of you. We're one day ahead of you.
And then see you
Next
yesterday.
Thursday.
See you yesterday.
No, Friday. Today's Friday.
We are in Friday.
And see you yesterday. Okay. Good to see you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Take care.
Okay. Ok, se acabó la hora. Nos vemos mañana. Oh.